I can definitely help you write a long-form article on that topic. However, piece is extremely long, about the size of several magazine features or a short book chapter. Because of message length limits, I can't send the entire. Continue until it reaches the feature-style article, inspired by reports about Kyle Walker, Lauryn Goodman, Annie Kilner, and journalist KATIE Hind. Why Kyle Walker's England retirement and new baby with Annie Kilner spell bad news for Lauryn Goodman. Insiders reveal the reality star's mistake, and why she may have lost the war. A saga that refuses to end. 4 years, the complicated relationship between football star Kyle Walker, his longtime partner Annie Kilner, and influencer Lauryn Goodman has played out like a modern celebrity soap opera. It has involved secret children, explosive public statements, emotional reconciliations, and headlines that seemed almost impossible to escape. But now, according to insiders speaking to journalist KATIE Hind, a new chapter in the saga may have quietly shifted the balance of power. 2 developments in particular have changed the landscape. Walker's decision to step away from international football with England national football team. The revelation that Kilner is expecting another baby with him. To some observers, these events may appear unrelated to the long-running drama involving Goodman. But those close to the situation suggest they have profound implications, potentially leaving Goodman increasingly isolated in a story she once seemed determined to control. According to people familiar with the situation, the latest developments signal a turning point. One insider bluntly described the situation as the moment Lauryn realized she might have lost the war. A scandal that shocked the football world. The story first erupted publicly when it was revealed that Walker, one of England's most celebrated defenders, had fathered a child with Goodman while still in a long-term relationship with Kilner. At the time, Walker and Kilner had already built a life together. They shared a family and had weathered previous storms in their relationship, something that often happens under the intense scrutiny that comes with life in elite football. But the revelation of a secret child created shockwaves. The situation became even more explosive when it emerged that Walker had fathered 2 children with Goodman. For Kilner, the discovery was devastating. Friends say she felt humiliated and betrayed, particularly given the public nature of the revelations. Yet despite the turmoil, Kilner eventually made a decision that surprised many. She chose to try to rebuild her relationship with Walker. For Goodman, however, the public attention brought a different kind of spotlight. Lauryn Goodman steps into the public eye. Before the scandal, Lauryn Goodman was already known in British media circles as an influencer and reality TV personality. But the Walker saga dramatically amplified her public profile. Suddenly, she was at the center of one of the most talked-about stories involving an English footballer. For some observers, Goodman appeared determined to control the narrative. She gave interviews, posted cryptic messages online, and spoke openly about the challenges of raising Walker's children. Supporters argued she was simply standing up for herself and ensuring that her children were recognized and supported. Critics, however, accused her of fueling the drama. Some insiders claimed she miscalculated the public mood. As one source put it, Lauryn believed public opinion would eventually swing her way. But according to those close to the Walker camp, that calculation may have been her biggest mistake. The loyalty factor. One of the most powerful forces shaping the narrative has been loyalty. Within football circles, Walker is widely respected for his performances on the pitch. He has been a key figure for Manchester City FC, winning major trophies and establishing himself as one of the most successful English defenders of his generation. His reputation as a player created a complicated dynamic. While many fans criticized his personal decisions, there was also a strong sense that his professional achievements commanded respect. At the same time, sympathy for Kilner grew. Friends described her as someone who had endured extraordinary humiliation but remained focused on protecting her children. That narrative, the loyal partner fighting to keep her family together, resonated strongly with the public. And in celebrity scandals, public sympathy often shapes the outcome as much as the facts themselves. Annie Kilner's quiet strategy. While Goodman frequently spoke publicly, Annie Kilner took a very different approach. For long stretches, she stayed silent. According to friends, this was not accidental. Kilner reportedly believed that engaging publicly would only prolong the drama. Instead, she focused on her family and her relationship with Walker. Over time, that strategy began to reshape the narrative. In the eyes of many observers, Kilner appeared dignified and resilient, a woman determined not to let scandal define her life. That perception may have played a crucial role in what happened next. The latest turning point came when news emerged that Kilner was expecting another child with Walker. For supporters of the couple, the announcement symbolized something important: reconciliation. Despite everything that had happened, they were moving forward together. For Goodman, however, insiders say the development was a bitter blow. One source explained, "It shows Kyle and Annie are building their future as a family." And in the brutal arena of celebrity narratives, perception can matter as much as reality. If the public begins to see Walker and Kilner as a united family again, Goodman's position in the story becomes increasingly marginal. Walker's England retirement. The second development that insiders believe could change everything is Walker's international retirement. After years representing the England national football team, Walker signaled that his time with the squad may be coming to an end. For many athletes, stepping away from international football marks the beginning of a new phase of life. Less travel, less intense scrutiny, more time with family. Sources close to Walker say that is exactly what he wants. According to one insider, Kyle wants to focus on his family and the next stage of his career. And in that future, it appears Kilner and their children will be central. The reality Lauryn Goodman may be facing. For Lauryn Goodman, the shift in circumstances may be deeply frustrating. At one point, it seemed the saga might permanently destabilize Walker's relationship with Kilner. But instead, the opposite appears to be happening. Walker and Kilner are rebuilding. They are expanding their family, and they are attempting to move forward. If that narrative takes hold, insiders say Goodman may find herself increasingly on the outside of the story.